Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the title of the post, we don't have a design video today, and I really just wanted to share my journey with getting COVID. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been dealing with contracting COVID, battling COVID, and it started when my daughter got sick. So Kamari had a low-grade fever, she was super lethargic, and I really just thought that she caught a cold. So I stayed home and I kind of nursed her for those first, 2, 3 days. And I woke up one morning and I started feeling flu-like symptoms. I had chills. I also had a low-grade fever. I had body aches, and I kind of just chopped it up to I probably had the flu or I caught a cold from Kamari. And when I went to go take my COVID test, we couldn't even get a COVID test immediately. It was probably like a few days out. And by the end of that first week, I got my COVID test back and it was positive. And I think at that moment, like, my heart absolutely sank because I knew that it was going to get worse before it got better. So I contracted the COVID virus from taking care of Kamari, and we believe that she got it from her grandparents who watch her during the day because they also tested positive for the virus. And while I was taking care of her, the whole time I was just thinking, I wanted to have the strength to be able to see her through it. And she was in and out of it. She was in and out of it in about 5 days, and then all her symptoms went away, while mine progressively got worse and worse and worse. So from the beginning of the onset of my symptoms to when I finally felt better, which is really just this week, we counted a total of 15 days that I was battling this crazy, crazy virus. I wanted to share my journey, not to dive too much into the completely polarizing and dividing topic of vaccinations or no vaccinations, because I want to share what I've been going through. I am not vaccinated. When they started rolling out the vaccinations in California earlier, a few months ago, my husband got vaccinated right away. And my reason for not getting vaccinated is because we're trying to conceive. We've been trying to conceive for a while now, and I just felt like there wasn't enough research out there that convinced me that, of what the vaccination is going to do to an unborn child. So I elected not to get vaccinated, and my husband is fully vaccinated. I think that was a decision that I made on my part really selfishly, because while my husband was taking care of me throughout the whole 15-day ordeal, I just felt really selfish. Like, I just thought, if I had only gotten vaccinated, it wouldn't have been so bad. And I wouldn't have had to put, my husband and my child through not having, a strong mother to be one half of, this equation, or 1/3 of this equation. And I just kept thinking the whole time, why did I make a decision for an unborn child when I have a perfectly healthy child here who needs her mom? Because I caught the virus from Kamari, we didn't even quarantine. I mean, during the day when her grandparents got better, we were able to bring, Kamari back to her grandparents' house while I healed throughout the day, and my husband was home kind of taking care of me. I didn't have the energy for anything. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was so lethargic. I had complete body aches, and it was just one of the most scary. It was one of the scariest experiences I've probably been through, not knowing when I was going to get better, when I would feel normal, when I would start healing. And the whole time I was just thinking, am I going to wake up? My coughs were getting bad. I had trouble breathing. There were instances where I felt like I had to go to urgent care. And then I just kept thinking that was really selfish of me as well, to go and, to go to the hospital and take up a bed for someone else who's more deserving than me. So I waited it out and I trucked through it. And I think day 15 was when I started feeling better. And it just got me thinking, my home right now isn't the most comfortable place for me. You know, we have Kamari's toys everywhere. We don't have an extra guest bedroom. I was sleeping on the sofa. I mean, albeit I have a lot of sofas in the home, but I just thought I really need to make my home a complete sanctuary where I could rest and recover and heal and be inspired and get on the other side of this and feel as though, you know, I'm so much stronger, not only as a mother, a wife, a designer, like everything. So the moral of my story is that I want you guys to make, you know, your own educated decisions based on maybe my experience or an experience that you've read about, or, you know, what your friends and family have gone through. I posted on my Instagram that I have been MIA from all social media and YouTube because I was healing and I was recovering. The amount of comments and messages that I received on Instagram was just, it was overwhelming. I mean, there was so much love, there was so much support. There were a few very non-judgmental comments about whether or not I was vaccinated. So that's what gave me the idea to share my story. You know, I wanted to be completely honest and tell you that I wasn't vaccinated when I contracted the virus. And I know 100% that's why I had to go through this crazy ordeal. Looking back, I mean, I wish I had gotten vaccinated. I actually am going to get vaccinated when I get the clearance from my doctor. I know after you get COVID, you know, you have COVID antibodies for a couple of months and you kind of have to wait it out until you can get fully vaccinated. So I'm waiting for that green light from my doctor. But California right now is open. There are so many variables out there that are uncertain right now, but I feel like we're trending towards being in lockdown again. And that's a really scary feeling because just when we feel like we have it together, you know, COVID cases are spreading like wildfire at this point. And I really just wanted to share my story so that it may or may not help someone in the same situation. I consider myself young, healthy, you know, before COVID, no pre-existing conditions at all. And I got hit hard. I got hit so hard to the point where I felt like there were days I didn't know whether or not I was going to wake up. I mean, I know that feels so dramatic. Now I'm on this other side, but it was rough. It was really, really rough. So I want to leave the comment section open so that we could all share our stories, no matter what part of the world we're in. You know, this is a safe space, a non-judgmental space. I want you to feel as though we're going to support each other through this. Please be kind. You know, there's no judgment here. It's really just how you feel about going through COVID, or maybe the stories that, you know, you have to share that might help another viewer consider what they're going through in their own lives. I want to thank you so much for the outpouring of support and love that I got from everyone on social media. I mean, it feels like we're completely connected, and I want to be here for everyone, just like you guys have been here for me. So thank you so much for watching this video. We will be back with our regular programming next week. I'm slowly regaining back the energy I need, you know, to be here for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you're staying safe and taking care out there.